Take me back, do 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 do, take me back, take me back, do 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 do, take me back. Well, I've been told by people and they are. Klitschko already knocked him out on the floor. Hey, yeah, I'm trying to mix up some stuff because this is like a rematch, refight thing. Anyway, hey, this is the prediction vid for the Wladimir Klitschko and Tony Thompson fight, which is happening on July 7th. And I'll break down both fighters. I don't know why. And then I will give my prediction. I'll start out with Wladimir Klitschko, who's 57 and 3 with 50 knockouts, 83% knockout ratio. He's a champ, man. He's a champ of champs. He's a great boxer. He's a great counterpuncher. He's a violent jab, keeps his distance, punishes you with the right hand. He's kind of got a mean streak now. He didn't really have in his fights back in the day when he fought Thompson the first time. He's not the same guy. He hooks off the jab. He controls the pace. He's active. He's fast. And he kind of punishes people. He hits you an extra couple times now. He's not taking after his big brother a little bit. And he's one of the greats. When you look at his fights, he's already had 11 title defenses. And there's only 2 fighters that have had more, and that's Larry Holmes and Joe Louis when you're talking about the heavyweight division. He's held the title, or one part of the title, for over 6 years now. It's the 6th longest reign of all time. And he's getting ready to take over Jack Johnson after he... Come on, man. You know he's going to beat up Tony Thompson, right? You're just kind of watching this to see what I'm going to say. I'm just throwing it out there, man. It's his 12th defense of the IBF and the IBO titles. The 2nd defense, or 8th defense of the WBO. 2nd defense of the WBA Super Awesome title. And 5th defense of the Ring title. So some people might be like, well, hey, he wasn't the Universal Champion. He wasn't like the recognized. He is the recognized heavyweight champion of the world. He's like the best of them, and that's with the Ring title. So if you went like that, Jack Johnson only defended the title 8 times, and he's going on number 12. So think of it that way. And Johnson held it longer, so that means he fought less. But back then they used to have like in-between fights, like bum fights where you just beat someone up and then, kind of keep sharp. But when you look at that, just great. And you're watching history pretty much every time he gets in the ring and fights someone. Going over to Tony Thompson, who is 36 and 2 with 24 knockouts, 63% knockout ratio. He's on a 5-fight knockout streak since the Klitschko fight, since he got knocked out by Klitschko. He's got good size. He's 6'5". He's got the 81-inch reach, so he's not really going to be hurting in that category either. But he's not in Klitschko shape. He's not rocking a 6-pack. Okay, so he could stand to lose about 15 pounds, which would put him around 235, or maybe even more. So he's not as big as a Klitschko. His power is not like a Klitschko's either. Not like Vladimir's anyway. And it's cumulative with him. He's a southpaw fighter that fights. He's right-handed, but he fights southpaw. Okay, which means his jab and his hook are going to be a little bit better than your average. He doesn't have great speed as a heavyweight, or for a heavyweight. But he throws a lot of punches. He's very active in that sense. And he admits he's got to hit you a lot to hurt you. He doesn't have that great heavyweight power. Not like Ernie Shavers or Foreman. Those guys. He doesn't have that. Okay wins over some guys. Some guys are kind of like bummish. Beck, Witherspoon. He's got a low D, slips with his head, so you like to see that. Which is good for a heavyweight, when he's actually slipping and stuff like that. Tends to walk down opponents. But does he have it to go 12? He went 9 rounds with Chaz Witherspoon, but that guy's nowhere near on a Klitschko level. And then his other last couple fights have been 4 rounds. And he looked gassed in the Beck fight. So is he going to have the stamina to even go 9 rounds like a typical Klitschko knockout? And I don't think he does. And at 41, it looks like a different 41 than Vitali's 41. It just looks a little different. And I think I actually have Klitschko stopping him inside of 6 rounds. I'll call 6. And that'll be, you'll see Tony Thompson getting gassed and everything, and he'll get knocked out once again by Klitschko. Once the Klitschkos retire, I mean, the heavyweight division will be worse overall, but it'll be better because the fights will actually be more competitive. I will admit that. Okay? So, please comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you think. And, yeah. Ready, Eduardo? Summer, summer, summertime.